My name is Kelsey Hayes. I am artist and owner of Hayes Replicas. I am a special effects artist and a prop master. A prop master. Anyone who can visually and physically recreate any object they see, whether it be film, television, or just everyday life. What started it was the Harry Potter franchise. I was a huge fan of the movies, the books as well. I think one of the main visual pieces from that film that most people somewhat relate to are the wands, the actual wands that the characters use in the films. And at the time, they were impossible to find until companies started reproducing the wands from the films. Of course, being as expensive and as popular as the movies were, I decided to try to make them myself, just for myself at the time. And it just kind of started from there. And I thought it was interesting that if I could make a wand from this film, what other things, could I be creative and create from other films and television and so forth. It just kind of went from there. Anyone that knows me personally knows that, you go to a movie with me, I'll take a notepad and a pen. I'm usually jotting down notes, what really stands out in this film, or what's really cool, something that could display on a mantle, something to kind of remember this film by. And there could be anything from an actual weapon or just something visual that stands out in that film that I'd love to just recreate or attempt to recreate. I think when it gets down to painting in detail, it's my least favorite for the simple fact of how many mistakes you can make at any given point, and to have to constantly go back over and constantly redetail different pieces because of, just small errors. But, that's tails in the job. I think the one piece I'm the most proud of I've done so far it's a 1/1 scale replica of the proton pack used in the Ghostbusters. I've made probably 147 over a 7-year span. But I have one I'm very partial to that I actually had Ernie Hudson, who played Winston in the film, to sign for me. It was one of the biggest, most challenging pieces I had ever done. And it's something I'd waited forever to kind of test myself to see if I was capable of going that far with completely, just replicating a piece that big from the film. That after doing it, it just pushed me to do bigger and bigger and bigger pieces. The one thing I like about cosplaying is it gives you an opportunity to become someone totally different. I've grown up over the years with some crazy things, like panic disorder and social anxiety and stuff like that. I think the awesome thing about cosplay is it gives me a chance to get away from that and become someone totally different. It's really hard for me to walk up to a group of people that say, you know, hey, we really love your work, you know, and they try to engage in conversation, you know, and anyone that knows me knows that I'm terrified and I'm just, you know, I don't know how to talk to them. But when, say, a character of mine, say like War Machine, comes out and I'm fully, you know, there's no stopping me. You can't get me to shut up. I think what inspires me is just my sheer determination to pull off the next thing and the next, and to constantly wow people and impress them with how far I can evolve as an artist. I've had that email address for almost, I don't know, 15 plus years now. Why I'm hated started a while ago for the simple fact that it seems that no matter how well you can be at something, no matter how good you are as an artist or as a friend, a husband, anything, there's always going to be that one aspect that someone does not like about you. And that even crosses over into my work, for that matter. That for the thousands of compliments I've gotten, there's always that one negative review you get from someone that kind of tears you down at first. And in ways it helps me, and it pushes me and motivates me to just do even better. It's a part of human nature. You know, comments like that will always be there. And that's for any of the aspiring artists that want to even become a part of this genre. You know, the negative aspects of being a prop maker or a cosplayer, they're always going to be there. The one thing you don't want to do is stop doing what you love. You have to constantly push yourself and become bigger than the comments that they give you, especially the negative ones.